in our London showroom to give you a brief introduction to the Miro monitor arm, how to install it, how to adjust it, and how to get the best from its unique functions and features. So the first thing we're going to do is unpack the elements from the Miro arm box. And when we open it up, the first thing we'll see is a set of installation instructions, a pack of accessories, which we'll speak about later. This element is the VESA tilt head. We have one element here of the desk clamp. And when I take this cardboard layer out, you'll see the monitor arm itself fully assembled. And the final part under this lower layer is the remainder of the desk clamp. So these are all of the elements we're going to install. So first thing we're going to do is to install the desk clamp, and I've already installed the foam pad on the underside of the desk plate, and we now position that somewhere close to the back of the work surface, and we're going to hold it in place with this metal clamp element. And one of the things I have to do is wind back the screws so that they're not projecting quite so far through the metalwork. Essentially, I want them positioned just so that the cone points of the screws are just projecting from the metalwork. I now offer that up to the back of the clamp plate so that the cone points sit into the holes on the plate, and slide it forward till everything's seated nicely against the back of the desk. And then I'm simply tightening the clamp screws with the medium-sized Allen key from the kit. And I'm being careful to tighten them both screws equally to ensure that the clamp is evenly clamped to the desk. One important thing to ensure when you're installing the clamp is to make sure this 180-degree stop component is in place. And just to show you a detail on it, there is a slot in this component here. And it's important to note that that slot should be roughly to the right-hand side of install. That will be important when we come to install the arm onto the clamp. And finally, we finish the clamp installation by dropping on the cover that conceals all the fixings and structure. So the next thing we're going to do is install the Miro monitor arm to the desk clamp. Miro has a spring mechanism here in the lower arm, which is designed to counterbalance the weight of the mounted monitor, and we need to adjust that spring to suit the weight of the monitor. And I know that the monitor I'm going to mount is 5.1 kilograms, so I'm going to use this adjuster with the larger of the Allen keys and just tighten that spring till it's about 5 kilograms. And I know it's about 5 kilograms because we have an indicator window here in the upper surface of the arm with a series of a numbered scale, which corresponds to the kilogram weight that the spring is being set to. So I've set that to just over 5 kilograms, which should be suitable for my chosen monitor. I then simply slot the arm onto the installed clamp, and it slots down this spigot, and I need to ensure that the pin on the side of the mount goes into the slot that I pointed out earlier on the 180 stop component, and that ensures that the 180 stop function is operational on the arm. So that's the arm installed onto the clamp. Now we move on to installing the monitor to the arm. So to install the monitor to the arm, I need to install the VESA tilt head to the monitor itself. So we have the 4 VESA screws on the back of the monitor. I'm placing the tilt head over them, and then I'm using the 4 screws provided in the Miro kit to fix that tilt head to the monitor. And you will need a standard Phillips head screwdriver for this. And the final thing I do in preparation for mounting to the arm is that I push the tilt head up to its highest position. So Miro has a unique easy fit bayonet system for mounting the monitor to the arm, and it's simply a matter of dropping it on. So most convenient to bring the arm here to full extension forward. Then I take the monitor in both hands and offer it above the arm, and I simply drop the spigot on the tilt head down into the top of the arm. And there are a pair of convenient arrowheads that once they're aligned, I know that that should drop smoothly onto the arm. And as soon as I rotate it out of position, the bayonet feature engages and the monitor is then locked securely to the arm. And I can now position that in its working position. So now that the monitor is installed, we can just check that the arm articulation works exactly as we expect. So we've got the front to back articulation, we've got the raise and lower, which you'll notice uniquely to Miro has this pure vertical motion that the monitor moves in a vertical straight line rather than the sideways arc that most monitor arms do. And at this stage, if we feel that the spring force isn't quite right for the weight of monitor, we can fine-tune it by simply using the adjuster here and putting another half turn on or off to fine-tune the force of the spring. The other adjustment possible is that if we feel that the tilt action needs a little more force, then there are a couple of screws here on the back of the tilt head that we can tweak to add or subtract a little friction from the tilt action. But that should mean that we've got the monitor correctly mounted to Miro to position it exactly where we need it for our work. So the final thing I want to demonstrate is how to remove the monitor from the arm when you need to. So it's pretty much the reverse of the installation procedure. So we'll bring the arm fully forward to full extension and fully up, and then we'll tilt the monitor fully and rotate it to the reverse position. And once again, I'm checking that the two arrowheads on the tilt head are aligned, and if they're aligned, then I can simply lift the monitor from the arm. So I hope this little video has been helpful in guiding you through the install and adjustment of the Miro monitor arm. And I think and hope that now you've got it installed, you'll find it to be a unique and deeply satisfying monitor arm in terms of its function and features and the comfort it can provide to desk-based users.